An industry in crisis, that's according to this landlord. Since the smoking ban, he's seen pubs close down. Many of those still open, he says, are struggling.
There are pubs that have lost at least up to 50% of the revenue. Customers are just deserted because there's nowhere to go outside. There's no facilities to smoke, so they just desert the pub.
A BBC Radio Leeds investigation found 2 pubs where regulars and staff still light up, and Look North has received dozens of texts which suggest this is becoming a widespread trend.
Getting around the smoking ban works like this. After drinking up time has been called, the regulars stay behind. The doors are locked, curtains drawn.
In Chesterfield there's a pub where customers are told not to smoke outside by the landlord because it lets the cold in.
I know a couple of pubs where customers can smoke. If you think I'm going to tell the media where they are, you can have another think.
I'm the only non-smoker at work. As soon as I leave, they all light up. They all say he's going to stop them.
Enforcing the ban isn't simple. This nightclub owner told us he struggles.
I don't like it. I think there should be a thing where there's smoking bars, no smoking bars, so people are segregated if they don't want to come in a smoking bar. They don't do that. If they do, we can do. And with our customers, we find that quite a large majority want to smoke in the rock community.
And here at Elland Road, it's claimed fans are smoking in the toilets at half-time.
Obviously, we have to regularly patrol all areas of the stadium, including the toilets, to ensure that everybody inside the stadium is safe. But if supporters do smoke inside the toilets, it's particularly unpleasant for younger children, and indeed adults, who have to use those facilities when the stadium's open. And they're the ones that are suffering when the legislation was particularly put in place to stop that from happening.
6 months after the controversial ban, tonight many say it's simply not working.
We said that we could bring you proof that at least some pubs were flouting the smoking ban. Well, we can, and here it is. Jenny Hill is somewhere in Halifax. I think it's a pub, and yes, they're smoking. Jenny.
Okay, it's not often here on Look North we show you people in the process of breaking the law, but that is exactly what's going on in this pub. Of course, the smoking ban is enforced, but one landlord here in West Yorkshire is openly flouting it for a reason. Now, this is Stuart, the landlord. Stuart, why are you letting people openly smoke in the pub?
Well, because I think it's against people's human rights not to be able to do so. And I think, since the modern sort of thing happened where pubs were opened up into one area, it's sort of cut off the smoke rooms, etc.
You could be prosecuted for
this. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered because I think people should be allowed to smoke. I see old people outside shivering to death, having a smoke outside other people's pubs, and I don't think it's right.
So what are you going to do if the police take action against you? What happens?
We'll deal with it, at court. I think that's the best way forward.
Now, what's really interesting here is that in addition to the smokers, we've got a non-smoker in our presence, and he doesn't seem to bother him at all. Richard, you're still drinking here. You're a non-smoker. Doesn't it bother you? It's very smoky in here.
It's not that smoky. I mean, this is my local pub, and at the end of the day, up until 7-8 months ago, we didn't have this law. So why should we differentiate now? I mean, why should we force people outside to smoke out in the cold and in the rain? I think it's unfair.
A lot of people, though, would say, wouldn't they, that, why should non-smokers be exposed to smokers and the smoke that comes with it, and that the government was right to legislate?
Well, yes, if we want to go down that road, let's have designated non-smoking pubs and designated smoking pubs.